kind of major inflection, and that has to happen on a weekly basis. This is the deal that I've been talking about for a while, and we're deeply oversold. Actually, I'm going to highlight here in a minute how oversold. We are historically oversold, believe it or not. Test. Oh, check it out. All right, let's get right to it, everybody. Thank you. We got the audio all set up now. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sorry about that. We are live on Twitter. Just for today's our first day on X. Was checking that out, trying to make sure we're all set up here. I think now we are. Let's get to it. How we doing, guys? You guys have sound? Great to see everybody. What's up? David, Arun, James, Victoria, Han Solo, Justin, Hawk, everyone else. Folks that are over on Twitter, how are we doing over there? What's up? What's up, everybody? Great to see everybody. Yeah, we're on. We should be on X there. There you go. Let's get to it. Look, as I was starting a couple minutes ago without any audio, this is the big situation with Bitcoin. We are at one of the most oversold conditions, believe it or not, on the weekly chart in the entire history of Bitcoin. Here we are under the zero line for HSI, Harmonic Strength Index. What's the difference? Well, we need a 50 test on this complex amplified RSI. We're close, but we're not there yet for the inflection. I mean, it's definitely dragging out. We've talked about that for a while. Now we're just waiting for it. Look, break it down on a 4-hour basis. I think every 4-hour bar is critical at this point. And remember, big back-to-back patterns. There you go. We got to go back since the top. 61,000, still the support. 73, 72, still top end resistance. We're still in the zone as well. Nothing changes. It's just how much time. Great to see everybody. What's up? What's going on, GoldenEye? Thank you. What's up, Glockspiels? Thank you so much, everybody. Welcome. If you're new, we're here every Tuesday, Thursday, Harmonic Pattern Podcast. And the other big thing, everyone get over to get your 2-week trial for free to our Harmonic Pattern Collection. Everything we do is off the software. So send your TradingView username to hpc@sr-analyst.com. And then you have the other platforms here if you want to try them as well. Everyone should be a basic member. And all the resources, we talked on Tuesday about some material out of volume 2. Just sign up, then go in and access the basic members page. Look, all the books, book links, videos, cheat sheets are there. Okay. Also, I did announce, and we will be doing June 21st, we're going to do the next crypto webinar installment. So if you get the software or you subscribe, you guys will be able to join us then. I'll have more information on that next week. Great to see everybody. Thanks. Still got some folks showing up. Great to see you. Thank you. Yes, please do hit the button, subscribe. If you're on YouTube or X, does not matter. Get updates, get material for free from me. Let's go back to the big deal here for Bitcoin, that we're looking for a trigger on all of this. It's we've been kind of wading through this for a while. There you go. Hold on. 1 second. There you go. And here's the daily situation that I'll wait for this to happen. Okay. Amplified RSI, essentially our hyper fast accelerated RSI measure. We're looking for that to break up above the 50. All of these are triggers that would get this consolidation to end. You're in a good spot. I've said this many times. The weekly is in a really fine spot. You just need some things to happen on these shorter term time frames to get an inflection in the longer term signals. You're looking for that to turn up on amplified RSI, especially because we stretch out this downtrend since really the peak in February, going into almost 3 months of consolidation. We're trying to break out of the downtrend. So I think the daily time frame is close, but we come back to the weekly level, and this is again harmonic strength index at a under 0. It's a -4, -3 actually. And the last few times we've seen that, so let's just link it up. I think it's easiest way to kind of go back in time and just say, when's the last time we've been under the teal line? Well, you go back to September. There you go. That was a test. Actually, we had another test right before the major low. And again, this is not just oversold, but under the teal line. And then you have to go all the way back to December 18. So every instance, these were major oversold signals. They were early, but they're major oversold. And this is harmonic strength index. Okay, so this is the proprietary indicator on the software. Yes, you could do it with relative strength index, but HSI is better. It's been spot on. And so every one of these is an extremely critical level that's preceding some kind of corresponding move out of the zone, but you need to have the inflection out of the zone. The other thing that's not happening here that we saw at the major lows was an oversold amplified reading. So could this take more time? Certainly. The thing is, though, if it's 1 or 3 or 5 weeks, maybe it takes 5 more weeks to stabilize and turn around. I don't know. I'm looking for that inflection very soon, and that should start the process for Bitcoin. And why isn't crypto moving? Because Bitcoin's not moving. Bitcoin doesn't move. The rest of your favorite T coins are not going to do much. That's just how it is. So that's the big deal for Bitcoin. And again, 61,000 just scraping by here until we get something. You know, we're going to have to be patient. You're just going to have to be patient. That's a big part of the crypto game. Let's take a look at Ethereum, because Ethereum doing, I think, more ideal, expressing more ideal behavior. 1 second. Thank you. Okay. Here's the deal on Ethereum. 2880 is still the number. 2880, we had a bounce last time off of that. And daily, weekly are actually probably further along than Bitcoin. Let's go to, where's Coinbase? Binance. Is that Coin? There's Coinbase. Great. Here's the daily factor. Okay. Yellow dot, Ethereum just kind of sidelining here at 3,000. But the real number, it is daily oversold, but the real number is on the 4-hour chart. And it's the shark. There you go. Coming back with the shark right there. Let me pull this up. Make that bigger. Thank you. Great. And the last time we looked at this, right at the low. We were right there retesting not only the prior crab pattern, but we had a shark. It did the type 1, and I was thinking that would be about it, which it was. And now, come back, retest it, and we can get 2 of 2 here. So you're 3,000 at the moment. That's one more test of about 2880, 2860. it's in that kind of a zone. Hold on. Like this. Kind of sweeping that low area and looking for Ethereum to hold that as pretty much the launch pad. If Ethereum is not going to launch off of this level, then forget about it. You're gonna take a lot more time than you want. And remember, when we talked about this last week, you have a minimum 382 here. I mean, we're spot on the money, 2880. You want to see this thing hold and turn around and do some kind of inflection really soon. You don't want to be here 4 weeks from now. You want to be making progress 4 weeks from now and heading back up to at least retest the highs for the year. So 3,000 trying to be a floor. Let's be exact and say 2880. But that should be about it. And then you're looking for this thing to basically begin the resumption. The weekly, again, we're back here with another HSI that's oversold, but hasn't given us the inflection yet. So that's why I keep saying be patient with this. It sounds kind of like a broken record. We've been looking for this correction, retracement for many weeks to kind of realize a pullback to the 50 level. Just still sitting there. All right, no action yet, but hopefully we get something like this. We get back to something that happened, say, back in October, where, all right, we were stretched out, and then finally we registered, which was there. We got the signal, what was that, end of September, and then 3 weeks later, yellow dot goes on. There's our confirmation. Take off. So be it. That's the plan. Couple big ones. What about Cardano? You know, before that, let me go to the total index, because total index, like Bitcoin, is showing us deep, big oversold readings. Here's the total index. All right. And this is, I think, at the deepest level, retesting the deepest levels of HSI at basically a -10 that we have seen in its whole weekly history. And here's the last instances. You know, you go back right at the low, June 2022, we were putting in those kind of numbers. Another negative test. And that probably was, you know, that was the worst one, where off of the top, and that was 21. And then you have to go back. You got to go a ways back. You know, you got to go back to 18, December 18. So the real thought is that we are certainly oversold in a major way. When does it turn around and where? On the total index, it's probably more important for the entire crypto cycle. So this one, not yet at the 50 level, still trending lower. We have to see how Sunday shapes up. But we're doesn't seem like it in terms of price. It feels like it, I think, to most people. Most people are pretty much wondering, okay, where's this crypto launch pad? It just hasn't set up yet. But we are deeply oversold. So let's just sharpen the focus. Couple more. How about some of the big ones? Big AI. How about Render? Okay, Render. We talked about Render last time. Render had some patterns here. Render is doing the weekly inflection now. All right, 1105. Hey, Render's pretty good. There's a Gartley on the daily. So much for that, right? Big Gartley, but that's kind of off the middle. What I want to see is some kind of there's got to be confirmation. So daily is getting overbought, but it's not official yet. I was more, come on back. Where'd you go? I'm looking at more the type 2. Let me go to render here. There you go, this pattern. Not that pattern, the bullish, back to back. Where are we? There we go, Shark to Gartley. All right, I'm watching this. It's already developed, but when we were talking about this last week, it was at $7-8 with the 2. Where's the 2? There's the 2. So this was it. So now we're already at target 2. We're flashing some patterns there. All right, but that looks good. I mean, that's a sign that, hey, we know crypto's not dead yet. It's still responding ideally off of these patterns. What else? What other interesting things are happening? Where's, sorry. Where'd it go? H-bar. H-bar did not get down to 7.5. And I'm looking at this as kind of an early move. It's like a fake out almost. I'm still waiting for that to be the type 2. There. Down on H-bar. We have a number of these patterns. There's a ton. Just haven't given us liftoff yet. And that one probably needs a full retest. All right. What about, hold on, API 3. This was the other one I wanted to highlight last time. Check this out. So API 3, beautiful Gartley, right at 218. Tried to start a run. Not there yet. This is on Coinbase. And here on the 4-hour, there you go. Check out what's going on. Looking for a retest back to $2. You're $2.50 right now. Okay, it's got a lot of the things that we want to see, and we were talking about that last time. But give me something on the 4-hour as well. The Gartley's there. What's the other one? Oh, yeah, the other one's Solana. What am I talking about? Solana, another big type 2. If it's a shark or depending on what it is, your data feed again, but there's a perfect type 2. This is the other one to watch out for. Okay, this is going to help us really define when the launch pad is going to take off. This one ran right back into target 1 at 157. Look, I think we'll get another shot down here at 130. Where's the other? Yeah, this is the thing with, again, these different data feeds, slight difference, but important. There's 1, and then right back for 2. Come back and we hit target 2. Excuse me, we hit target 1. We haven't come back for target 2 yet. And we ran into an HSI. So Solana looks like this. Overbought HSI. We're probably going to take more time. I want to see one of these things really explode. You need to see some things start to heat up again. I think Solana could be one of the crypto for the next half that lead the charge. It's just not there yet. Couple others that big cap that we have to keep an eye on. And I know this has been a dud, but XRP is, again, sitting at just massive levels. Here's the weekly. And we got a dot last week. So this is the thing that I've been talking about. If it's a 5-minute setup or daily setup, it's an ideal scenario where you got the retest and we now have a dot and we're retesting the dot. So where in all of this, the pattern, there's some daily back-to-back things going on here. There you go. Where's my other feed? Hold on. So Binance or Coinbase? It was Binance. Yeah. All right. Regardless, back-to-back patterns. So off of the Gartley, around 52 cents. Now what's going on? You have some counter trend HSI 1, 2 that are overbought. All I'm saying is it's probably going to take more time. We're back to the whole more time argument, but that's what happens when you can't get out of the zone. I like all of what is sitting there for XRP. It's just not ready to do the launch yet. Also, we need to break out above these downtrend lines here. So we're at 51. Anywhere under 50 cents is still place to be targeting longs. Here's the weekly. Again, think about where this will be 6 months from now. Will we be at 50 cents, 45 cents, or 92 cents? I think somewhere between 50 and 92. I just, a lot of time has transpired. This reminds me of a lot of crypto that did nothing last year and then finally started to make the run as Bitcoin jumped. Couple more. The graph, sure, we can look at the graph. Actually, it's not doing too poorly with at 27 cents. A couple of oversold dots here at around 23. What's the 4-hour look like? Remember, 4-hour patterns, daily oversold. That's the combination of setups that we want. Nothing really there. I thought that we had a bat pattern right off the top. Yeah, we did. All right, nice bat off the top where 26.5 cents is the real level we're assessing with some recent HSI. So, 25, 26 cents. If this is going to be setting up as a launch pad, so to speak, for what's to come. Here's the other thing about the whole correction retracement since late February, early March. We are also back down to having to just overcome this downtrend line like we were a year ago. We couldn't get out of the way. Well, this is starting to. There's the low end of the range right there. Okay, looking for this to head back up. Here's the way to look at it though. On the daily, I like the fact that, look, Amplified and HSI are oversold, and now you're above the 50. That has to continue. That's the 4-hour. Here's the thing for the graph and a lot of these. We are at least making a positive uptrend on out of that oversold zone. And we need to go above this 50 level now. Make progress. We need to see some breaks immediately. You need to see a bunch of these start to turn up and put in some important technical gains. I wouldn't even say it's about price. I would say it's more about the technical readings like RSI or HSI turning up and starting to move somewhere. Here's Gala. Okay, not a heck of a lot going on there at the last month. This was something that was a shark we got in front of back at the end of January. It was a great move. Now it's already given half of it back. Where's the weekly? Weekly's not there yet. I thought this had a daily pattern though. I thought there was something here on the daily. Maybe that was Engine Coin or Phantom. Where's this? Not yet. That might, you know what? We always look at that. Some of these gaming stocks together. Was it Phantom with a bat pattern here? I thought so. Hold on. No, maybe not. And that's not even, no daily oversold there. 4 hour time frame. Had a shark, like a lot of these, off the low, off the top here with a just a throwdown 1618. I mean, Phantom, maybe it was Engine Coin. Like a lot of those, they did a nice run, but that's probably it for now until we see something a little more concrete. Here's Engine Coin. I think that was the one. There's a big pattern on a daily. Yeah, there you go. That's more what we want to be looking for at this point, especially with these that did the pullback. You're anywhere under 30 cents. Look, we're going to get some confirmation when we retest 20. What's that? 27. But there's a beautiful bat pattern, and you're probably almost got down there this morning. You retest that low down at, it's more like 26 cents on this pattern, but in a great spot. Sure. Looking good. What about, let's look quick at BNB. Remember this one? It's a big weekly shark. I said shark. Where are you? There you go. Check out what's happening with BNB. Got to watch the weekly close because we could have a bearish yellow dot on that close if that goes down like that. At anywhere, if BNB closes anywhere underneath 591, essentially where you are, you're going to get a dot. So that shows you kind of a prime bearish setup. What that's a prime bearish setup. That's what that looks like. Whereas others are yet to confirm. What about some of those high fly AGIX, AI stocks? Here's AIOZ. Wow, already back up. Now with a Gartley. So this is the other thing I'm starting to see with some patterns that did pop recently. Render just showing us a bearish Gartley. AIOZ, another bearish Gartley. I'm going to have to be really cautious on what we're outlining here, because if we don't get these signals, we're going to have to wait. We're flashing bearish patterns and we're wondering where the launch pad is. Eesh, not what I want to see. AGIX, it's the other in that trio. Hey, anybody know when those three merge, Ocean, AGIX, and Render? If anyone knows. Yeah, I don't know how that popped. What's up, Paris? How you doing today? Yep. What's GFall, William? I don't know what that is. Or is it GFAI? No, GFAL. I don't know what that is on MEXC. Don't know. It's games for a living. Okay. Yeah, again, talk about T-Coin. There you go. There's someone with the software. Games for a living. Interesting note here. Perfect type 2 bat pattern with a dot. Retesting now. Geez, the only thing you need there is like a 3-bar breakout. Where are we? Can that turn around? What's weekly look like? This is not on Coinbase, by the way. Nice. Yeah, there's a weekly dot there. What about a Kosh network? That was the other one we had a big pattern on a week or so ago and never came back for the full type 2. It was a bat, right? It was $3. Now 5. That thing almost set free. It almost started to really do a monster skyrocket move. You want that. We need to see some things like Akash network pop off to get this whole sector running again. I mean, we need, this thing was a low. What was that low down there? Yeah, it's 30 cents, 50 cents. Remarkable. 20, sorry. Yeah, that was at a quarter and it went to $6. Now you're 5, but you want to see that thing keep going. You want to see the high flyers start to resume. That's going to be a really important way to know if the money's coming back in or not. What's up, Adams Electric? Matic, we haven't looked at that in a while. That had big patterns, right? All the way down at, like, it was 40 cents, I think. Way back when. Yeah, there you go. It was 52 for the butterfly. Did a big type 1 and coming on back. You're 68 now. So this is a good one to talk about because what's here? Nothing. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. Not yet. Not until you get down for the full type 2. And that's at 52 cents. So that's where you have to be looking at this. The opportunity is not 68, it's 52 on Matic. And how do we know, or why should we know? Because it really did not do much. Okay, it's where are we compared to the all-time range? Yeah, they got close to the 382 like a year ago, but you're back at lows. So for the same reasons I'm talking about with Bitcoin and Ethereum, waiting for signals, you got to wait. Here, HSI is deeply oversold. So, and it's decided to start an inflection last week. We need at least one bar to pop out, big reversal bar to get this thing moving. If it's not going to move this week, you're already into another week, next week. So again, you're at a point where you're looking forward to inflect and it's saying, hey, I'm not ready to do this. More time required. Yeah, I guess so. What's up, Floki? H79 really must be holding a lot of Floki, because that's like the 8th or 9th time in the chat. Here's Floki. There you go. What do you do with that? Chase it? Buy it? I don't know. Here's Floki on the daily. Daily a little top heavy at the moment. Where at 17,606. Where's that resistance? It's right around 18.8. And Floki, not much. Your daily overbought at the moment. Any 4-hour patterns? And this is like these memes. A couple of back-to-back bearish. Look at that. All that around 20, 2260. Yeah, I'm not crazy about that unless I have something, demonstrably clear. There's your weekly range on Floki. What is it? If we connect dots, I mean, it's not the best one, but if we're connecting dots here, you guys know what I'm going to say, right? Yeah, it's not even the best bat pattern. It's not barely alternate bat, but is that an 886? Yep. That's the 886 right there. I think it's harmonic. It's just at least a big 886. What does that mean? That means that this big surge up was just a one-off. And until I get something on the downside, no thanks. No thank you. Nothing here on the weekly yet. Nothing. But let that be kind of how we're guiding our decisions, that until we get really clear signals, we're going to have to remain patient. That's it. Someone was asking me about Internet Computer, ICP. And I think it's just because it did the crazy run and had a lot of people wondering if this was ever going to do a massive recovery phase. The daily just went oversold again. No dot. So again, a lot of these that are not giving us confirmation what's happening, they're rolling over a little bit. They're definitely not lining up and giving us, aggressive moves or trying to penetrate higher. There's the 4 hour. And then Filecoin, that was the other one. Where's Filecoin? Filecoin's like this. Filecoin has some patterns. Daily time frame. There you go. Big bat pattern, but just, what is it, 3 days ago? Or was it? No, it was Wednesday, Tuesday. It was Monday that we just triggered another HSI. So you look for this to come back and retest the zone. All of this is saying, hey, if we're not doing a move yet, we want to consolidate for more. Yeah, Cardano is the same deal. What's up, Tim Tom? Cardano is it's 39 cents, 38 cents. It's currently 45. Cardano is the daily crab pattern. There you go. It's just kind of leaking its way to 38.9 cents. Now we'll come back to it at that point. Great to see you. Hey, what's up? Happy Thursday, Mitch. Great to see you, man. I owe you a phone call. Hope you've been well. I've been a little preoccupied, but man, let's catch up soon. Let's go over to the Qs, guys. What are we doing with this market? I'm looking for the 886. Okay, someone just said that. Are we still looking for 886? Yeah, we're still looking for 886 because the daily decided to set up a really ideal connect the dots bat pattern. XAB, C to D, and go to the 886. Right there, that's 445. That's right back to the big numbers. Remember this? We're still there. Big numbers here. 445. And it's been, last 2 days have been like really lackluster action until, about an hour ago, I guess. Here's NQ. Take a look. Right back into the weekly zone. And that's a big zone, big shark zone, where 18,339 that's the retest point. We're about 100 points away. And this is what we've done so far this week. Okay. Big bat pattern that completed a few days ago. I think we were talking about this on Tuesday, but literally this morning we just put in another counter HSI that's going up. What does that arrow relate to? It relates to that signal. So the pause and everything from the last several days, that's it. I think now you look for this thing to go back and make the move back into the zone. And on this move, now let's go and see what we can do with going back to the 886 at 18.5, 18, what's that number again? Sorry, 18. Yeah, that's like 18.5. It's right where the hop is. Here's the 886 and the bat pattern for the year. Right to there, to there. Yeah, it's like that. It's right at the hop level. Back-to-back patterns. I think 18,525 is what you're looking at right now. I mean, for the next several sessions, making this run, go back and retest that, and then we'll see. That would be quite an event. But I'm looking for that one too. S&P futures. SPY. They've held up even better. I mean, SPY is You know, here we're 552.32. Yeah, we went it's same look, same bat pattern, but one bar earlier. Okay, earlier today, that HSI in a 4 hour just shot up. You would love to see Bitcoin do something like this, give you some kind of inflection from there. It's not yet. And the daily on S&P futures is like this: X, A to B, and then C to D to the 886. Yeah, that's all 50. That's 5290. So pretty clear that this is still in an uptrend. We're still making progress. Not, not too concerned about anything just yet. Let's retest these highs. The other thing to note, simply look at the greenness. Last 30 days, mostly green, good continuation. Yesterday was a pause. Last 2 days, kind of a pause. But today, breakout continuation, let alone 3-bar breakout. One, like this. Here you go. 1, 2, 3, last 3 days. So highs for the week, looking good, setting up. Your numbers are pointing higher. All of continuation of all the things we talked about last Thursday, where we really thought, okay, this is definitely doing more than I thought. I thought a week. It was last Tuesday. We were back here, saying, all right, can we retest that 5,000 level one more time? And it didn't. And then started coming up. I was like, all right, that's it for now. Let's ping pong back to retest the highs for the year. And really common to see that as well, where you put in a high in the first quarter of the year, do a retracement into the 15th of April. Everyone sends in their IRS payments, stabilizes, starts going back up again. That's what we're doing. Couple of the couple things that I've highlighted recently that we should be looking at. Big patterns. Okay, here's Adobe, and it's a little down at the moment. You just did a counter HSI yesterday, but this is a high flyer where on the daily, right off the top, shark, and even better, we got back-to-back patterns. Crab pattern up here at 630, come back down. I'm looking in this 480 area. All right, maybe a little bit lower below that shark range, but this is trying to be just a simple retracement in this continuation of an uptrend. Couple others, things that are really close. Like I think I brought this one up, Autodesk last time. This has gotten closer with a dot. Bat pattern, it's, a lot of back-to-back patterns here. 218 is minimum level. I'm looking again more like 209, 208 off of that little pattern. Doesn't seem like much, but that's a really big trigger area. You're down here at 209 and the other T1 level 206. It's a lot of stuff here. That's a throwdown retracement. That's about it. A couple more. How about some other? Check out some things that are non-tech. Check out Clorox. Okay, Clorox got decimated after COVID. Take a look. There's your post-COVID meltdown, if you will. But if we go back for the long term, this is a massive long-term uptrend. Like, there you go. Go to the monthly. There you go. And last couple of dots and obvious supports like 125. Now we have a really nice pattern here, this bat pattern right off the top, right around 136. It kind of reminds me of Target from a while back. Remember Target? Check out Target. 170. There you go. Target with the big bat pattern. And daily was really good as well. So it's a lot like that kind of a setup. Looking for a recovery bounce from there. A couple others. Check out Franklin Resources. Look at these patterns. Perfect bat pattern, 23-23. Obvious support looking left. And this is like a lot of these stocks where you haven't done much in the last few years, but the patterns and the retests are really stacking up. You know, I'm looking at a lot of this as just kind of banging against long-term support. This is eventually going to stabilize and turn back up. This could be the start of it. There's 23.80 at the moment. One or two more. Check out Lulu. Another, it got decimated. And a lot of these have the same type of price history. Big run up, come back, get decimated, way oversold. Lulu on a 4 hours, a big crab pattern. Right there. So look at the hop retest, like 338. But you're talking a stock that was 500 back in December. Great areas to be looking at. Great areas to be looking at. Yeah, hey, what Mitch wants to look at NVIDIA. Big shout out to Mitch, please. Everyone in the chat. Mitch Ray TA. Mitch is saying NVIDIA is sideways. Yeah, NVIDIA's got to either make up its mind. Are we going to run back to the hop 945, or is this it? Are we going to roll over because we're trying to deal with this bat? Now, the problem I have is that if you connect the dots on the daily, probably better for an 886 retest. And one of the earnings, the 22nd. I would be looking at NVIDIA like this. And yes, NVIDIA is the market. XAB, C, and your B's at a 786, or your B point's at a 618. So corresponding 786 at like a 930 retest. If we go to the 886 there, it's something like 950. That is the critical range, absolutely, for NVIDIA in the whole market. I don't see why that would, not hold up. And we've said last time, we said, look, we had a weekly HSI down here that triggered last week on the close. So you're looking for this to clear out. It has to break above 905 on NVIDIA to really start some kind of resume new leg. But interesting to note, and again, what's happening here? It's been a heck of a run up here. Is that it? I'm not yet. I think we're more time, and especially HSI got oversold, started turning up. Like I said, you can see it. Keep an eye on that one. A couple others. Hold on. 1 second. Oh, here's a really good one. Check out VeriSign. So VeriSign was another high-flying tech security stock forever, went to 230, but check this out. So the daily is a perfect crab pattern at 168. And I think this is another one here. You're 2 days away, 1 day away There's your zone on the crab. It's a great throwdown move. December, big run up into the end of the year. Then they dump it right at a 1618. Perfect throwdown, 1618 correction. And here's the zone. We've checked back. All right, there's XA. There's the first place we look. Retest. Okay, today's green bar number 1. I would want to see one more green bar and then have that turn up. But 2 of the 3 things we want to see are there. Like I said, probably one more green bar gets this thing moving in the right direction. Speaking of moving in the right direction, what's Apple doing? Apple did a big thrust off of, we had a bunch of support at like 168, 167, that bat pattern. Kind of slammed between that. Here's your back-to-backs. And remember what I said about Adobe? It had a prior bearish pattern, then a high-level bullish. That's what happens when that comes together like this. For Apple, you're right at 186, but there's nothing registering yet. So wait for that to go higher. I'm still think the market's up, guys. Still looking for this market to trend higher until it could generate some bearish signals, confirmation. Yeah, what about Tesla? That was another one that got saved by the Gartley. It was really close to kissing the weekly. Here's the daily. But I think Tesla needs more time because we did generate HSI. There's a bearish dot. It's not a good look for a bullish zone. There's your zone. This is a great breakdown again. This is why we do HSI. Look, back in January, we had a beautiful test at 183, and then you went up and you have a bearish dot. What happens? You go back down into the zone. Come all the way back down to the hop. Now you do it again. But what happens? You bounce up. You can't follow through. Another dot. If that's red today, that's a bearish dot. And I would say you probably come deeper into this zone. So, Tesla's another one. It's not there. Not doing what it needs to do. All right. Where's, here we go. Here's Amazon. Amazon, big pattern on the weekly. Check this out. Finally hit the hop. No, it hit its terminal retest, 189, 190 after the throwdown move. Okay, I'm watching this. Can we go to the hop at 203? Maybe, but what happens here really will dictate, I think, the entire summer. I mean, Amazon's held firm, trying to break out all-time highs. This kind of reminds me of Applied Materials, like this, the BAT or AMD. I think it was AMD. AMD, yeah, it was AMD. That kind of a shark pattern. Now with AMD though, this is the thing we want to see for Bitcoin and a lot of patterns that just have a reaction off of a test like this, generate some kind of high level HSI. So what about semiconductors? If NVIDIA, that needs to be going. Semis need to be going. What are semis showing? Semis had a daily pattern down at 200. There you go. It's a bat. Where are we now? We're trying to put in a yellow dot today that says reaction almost over. So this is kind of in between land here. You're looking at a big reaction that started middle of April. Are we coming back down for the type 2? Because that's how we normally treat it. Definitely. So looking for what's to come off of a setup like that, especially with the SMH, semiconductors. Others, some have held in. Others, like check out, was it Broadcom that had the pattern down here? There's another pattern right here on Broadcom. Maybe it was a 4-hour chart. ASML. Yeah, ASML is a big Gartley. Okay, but where's confirmation? Like 870. And you just did 2 reactions, not blasting through. You would think a stock like this would be rocketing higher right now. It's not. Look at the crab pattern. There's on the daily. It is a T2, no confirmation. I'm watching that. I'm watching SMH because this stuff should be continuing into next week. Has to continue into next week. You want to see this thing do a lift off, follow through as we get into June. Think of it that way. 1 or 2 more. There was hold on. I had some other stuff that was, bear with me. A couple of new things. Oh yeah, here you go. Check out Berkshire Hathaway. They had a big earnings miss. BRK, sorry, B, not BRKK. BRKB, B shares. BRKB looks like this. Okay, nice shark. Where's my shark? Right there. Now, it doesn't look like much, but this is more of a constructive pattern setup. It really is a perfect type 2. It didn't get to 113, but it did hit. This is again an algo thing, a slight algo thing with the shark in particular, but I would be looking at that as a type 2. And the fact that you have a dot and a dot where 396, 400 should be an important floor for Berkshire Hathaway to, no matter what they said on earnings, this thing is in a really nice spot to do a continuation. A lot of these are in a nice spot to do a continuation. They're just not set up at the moment to where it's triggering yet. Really close though. Some we're going to miss, others will catch. Here's one other one, Blackstone, and I think it's a lot of these manager types. I think we looked at BlackRock a week ago, had some big patterns. Here's Blackstone. If you're not aware of them, check them out. But another big pattern right off the top at 117. So we have a lot of structures. We have a lot of potential signals. We're definitely close here. We got oversold. What you're looking for is the continuation, if not more of a broadening of what started earlier in January. What was the other one? Here's the other one. I think it was Caesars. Hold on. Yeah. Here's Caesars Entertainment. Check that out. Big pattern, big bat pattern, right back down here at support. It kind of reminds me of DraftKings last year. Retesting. What do we need here? Just one more week. We have the check back, and we need one more bullish candle after this week. So that's under 40. You're currently 37. A lot of things to be looking at. The only thing we need to see here, there's the check back there. 1 green candle, 2 green candles next week, but a lot of these are deep in the zone in the way they were back in October or September. better way to think about it. And they took a couple of months to turn around, but when we're down here, that was the time to jump on them. And there was a bunch. Let me go to one example. Remember the banks, Bank of America? Yeah, there you go. Weekly. Was there. Same type of a deal. All right. And I'll highlight a few more of these our next session, but that's what we're waiting for, not only on the stocks, but crypto. And we'll deal with the bigger consequences, I think, in June. I'm still looking for up no matter what happens after June. But that's what I have for today. All right, folks, I got to get going. Great session. Hope you can join me on Tuesday. You have any questions, get over to Discord or Harmonic Trader at harmonictrader.com. Send me an email at harmonictrader@gmail.com.